Hi there guys, Sam here. Welcome to episode 5 of Sam Talks Cars. Now you join me actually in Edinburgh, where I'm just staying for a couple of days. And basically in Sam Talks Cars, I replied to your comments from the previous episode. Pretty much simple as that, generally around automotive stuff. Golf Rs, Golf GTI is generally the main sort of topic that I talk about. But yeah, let's get through some of your comments from the previous episode and discuss them in this one. So let's get straight on this. So the first comment here, hey Sam, if you're still wanting a great road trip up to Edinburgh, travelling up to the A74, turn off at Mofat, then travel up the mountains. Don't wait for the Abingdon turn, which is nice, but the Mofat road is tremendous. So thank you for that, and I did see your comment before I actually travelled up. The roads around here are fantastic. You hopefully you'd seen yesterday's video of just like the trip up here, and I'm going to hopefully do tomorrow just like a little drive just to kind of show you the scenery. There isn't really a bad route you can do, particularly as you get closer into Scotland. I kind of went more direct, but it was still fantastic. But yeah, lots of different trail roads to try around here, and yeah, I can only recommend people visiting up here, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Although traffic in Edinburgh, I wouldn't recommend driving actually in here. Just walk or cycle or get a taxi or something. But actually the roads getting here are fantastic, so thank you for the comment and for the advice on that one. So the next comment, it's not just American cars we don't get in the UK, there are some European cars that we don't get over here, those that they don't sell over the channel. One is the M3 M4 manual. It's set 473 brake horsepower and 515 Nm worth of torque, 4.2 6-speed manual. I asked Joe Achilles about what cars he'd like to see in Britain that we don't get, and he said the manual M3 M4. He even went to Germany to drive one. I did see that actually as well. I'm a big fan of Joe Achilles, so yeah, thumbs up for that guy. Do follow him. Coming up to 200,000 subscribers, so yeah, help push him over the help him get to 200,000 subscribers. Basically, he deserves it. He's great. A real YouTuber who is genuinely really passionate about his cars, and not just kind of there for the fame and the money or whatever you get from having a large YouTube audience. Anyway, and another one is the Dacia Spring, the most affordable electric car in the European Union at 15.5 grand. It's the slowest accelerating one, 19 seconds. Do you think we should have one of those? So great questions, and this is obviously off the back of the previous episode that I shared. A manual M3 M4 would be great. They did make a previous M3 and M4 in manual, a car that I've actually half looked at as well. I would love to have a rear-wheel drive car potentially at some point. Those cars are pretty good. I know those DCTs are pretty special, but yeah, I'd love to try a manual. Like you said, you can get them. You can get the old M2 as well, a 2016 one in a manual. I think Joe Achilles actually has one as well. He's got his competition in a manual. And yeah, you can get the previous gen. The latest one, I mean, it's nearly an 80 grand car. It's something way outside my price bracket for essentially a 4 Series. It's just so expensive these days. So I don't necessarily miss not having that. I've always found, but it might reduce the price as well, having a manual. So I would 100% say yes, if you had the M4 manual. Yeah, I don't know why they don't sell it in the UK. They would sell some, but obviously they have their reasons for whatever. Dacia Spring, I haven't really heard too much about it, but I think affordable electric cars have got to be the way. Even at 15.5 grand, it's quite strong. Strong money. As you hear sirens go past, lots of like sirens actually go past around here. Probably because there's a hospital down the road, probably. But yes, cheaper the better for electric cars, so I'm all in favour for that. And yeah, thank you for the comment as well. Next comment, I'd love to see you fit 2 adults, 2 children and a buggy and the kit you need for 2 children in a Golf. Smiley face. I think you can, particularly if you're a bloke. I've travelled up here for 5 days. My car is practically empty. Pack a couple of bits of clothes, job done. If you have 2 children, depending on their age, my Golf R, you stick a roof box, like a full roof rack. I think you can just chuck a lot of stuff in there. So I think you can, but I have seen quite a few Golf R estates, which I think would fill the void as well if you had kids. So I think a Golf can work. Obviously a Golf R estate is essentially just a hatchback extended, and actually I want to check out more the Golf R8 estate. I think that'll be quite cool. But I think if you're, if you like playing Tetris as well, and you like fitting things in, because the Golf is ultimately very square shaped, I think you can. Even in an R, which has slightly less room in the boot because of the Haldex. Interesting one. But no, thank you so much for the comment. Next comment. What do you think of the Ford BMAX? It's basically a taller and more expensive Fiesta 6th gen made from 2012 to 2017. It's one of the most uncool cars in the world. Yeah, any of those sort of jumped up Fiestas, I would just get a Fiesta. If you want anything bigger, just get a Focus. That's my advice on that side, but no, thank you for the comment. Next comment. Hey Sam, been tuning into your videos for a while now. Love your VW content, although not a owner of a VW. What do you make of this situation? I've been told by online tech that my new car, BMW M135i, is now being assembled and going through quality checks. Estimated delivery 20th of December. Oh, tomorrow. I'm filming this on the 19th and this will come out for you guys on the 20th, so that'll be interesting. Great, I thought. So I emailed the dealer and they told me my car is awaiting semiconductors and won't be delivered anytime soon. How can my online expect, say, it's assembled and ready to go, yet my dealer is awaiting parts? Surely this is the same system to find out what point our cars are at. I understand many of us are waiting for new cars. I've been waiting 28 weeks now, but the situation is so frustrating and the mixed messages is making it so much more worse. And I can see you've had quite a few comments as well from other people as well, which I hope has helped you out. Yeah, it's a tricky one, but it's just the times that we're in. There's literally not much we can do. You know, your hands are kind of tied. You know, you've been waiting this long, hold it out a little bit longer. It's probably one thing. You know, you're on the earlier list basically of hopefully getting those semiconductors for your car. It's a tricky one, and that's why the used car prices have flown up. You know, you're well within your right to kind of cancel it and get your deposit back and move on if you're really getting frustrated. You know, it's consumer rights at the end of the day. But it depends how much you really like the M135i. I've not driven the new one personally. Again, funny enough, check out Joe Achilles if you want to see what the car is actually like. Yeah, tricky one. I'll have to leave that one to you. But yeah, time is short on these type of cars. That's all I'm going to say. Enjoy them, and a lot of people ask me about like the new RS3 and a lot of other cars, and all I'm going to say to people is just drive them, drive your car. You know, over the next couple of days, driving to Edinburgh, driving from London to Edinburgh and Edinburgh to London, doing a little bit of drives around the Christmas holidays. I'll be doing about 1,000 miles in my car and enjoying every mile of it. So I think that's more important, particularly as we are all going, you know, whatever happens with synthetic fuels or whatever, in the short term, i.e. next 5 years, it's only going one way. Yeah, and four-wheel drive, it's good to enjoy them in these type of conditions. So tricky one. Yeah, really hard. But yeah, no, I feel your pain, and hopefully, you know, and keep us in touch, and hopefully you can get it soon. Hopefully early January, fingers crossed. And thank you for the comment. And thank you for everyone else actually commenting on that. Lots of people hopefully helping you out. Next comment. So we've agreed that we can kind of see the point of compact crossovers as an updated hatch, but I don't think they're worth it. Thanks for your response, Sam, or nephew Sam, as I like to call you, if you don't mind that. Yes, basically. I saw a GLA 35 here in Edinburgh, and I was just like, it's jumped up, and the person had kids, and I was just like, are you really getting that much more space than a normal A-Class? I don't know. And you can't really push those cars because you've got kids. I don't. You know, they sell. It's a money-making machine. But yes, thank you for the comment. Final comment, which I did actually comment back on because I wanted to check this and hopefully respond to you as good as I can. You should do an update on the Golf 7R market. So I have been checking a little bit of the market, and I did do a video called How to Buy a Golf R, which I'll link above. And to summarise, it's as low as I've seen it in the last sort of 6 to 8 months, the market. So it's very low because it's December. No one wants to buy high ticket prices cars and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, unfortunately, guess what's sort of knocking on the door again with, you know, all the issues that we're kind of going through. And then, obviously, with the semiconductor issues, it's an interesting time. But for me, I stand by for... Let's just say my car is a good deal for someone is probably worth £20,000. You know, it's done about, what am I on, 36,000 miles, four and a bit years old now, 4.5 years old. I don't think you can put £20,000 into a better car. If you can find like a 1 or 2 owner car, I think you're laughing, absolutely laughing. I think I've seen my car equivalent listed from a dealer for about 25,000. I think even at that price, you should be pretty happy. I had a good chat with an owner last week who had a one of the best Mark 7.5 manual 2017s that I'd seen, and I will do a dedicated video on that, and I have been sharing it a little bit in previous videos. He bought it in February. I won't tell you the price, but it was an extremely good deal, and that car is probably comfortably worth 10 or even £15,000 more than he paid for it. So there's still time. You've just got to do your homework, and you've also just got to take your time, and once you see something, go for it, but don't be pressured to go for it. Don't make you being the person who's like, I need a car, oh my god, and otherwise they've got you around the neck basically. Just bide your time, act casual, and then strike, because there are still plenty of 7s and 7.5s around. But yeah, looking for a good one, I'd say a Mark 7. I still reckon around 2017, 2018 is a good one to get, whether it's a 7 or 7.5. Get it past April 2017 and you get the cheaper tax bracket. For example, mine's £155. I think the equivalent car before April would be sort of 230, 240. And then obviously you've got the Mark 8s, which are like over 40 grand, and you're 500 quid a year, which it's very, very expensive. So to summarize, if you're looking for a 7, look now, and as I said, time is short. Buy it, enjoy it, and have the experience. And if you really don't like it, just get rid of it in the summer for probably exactly what you paid for it. That's what is happening at the moment in the market. But yeah, hopefully that gives you a little bit of a summary, and just of where things are. But happy to go into more detail if you'd like me to. But yes, thank you so much for the comments and everyone getting involved. Please comment in today's episode, and I will share it next time in episode 6. And stay tuned for plenty more content. And if I don't speak to you, or you don't watch any of my videos until then, have a fantastic end of your year. We're kind of ending it, 19th of December today. Christmas is upon us. But thank you all so much for the support as well, particularly for this for these series as well. I think people have been enjoying it and finding it useful, so I'll keep it going. But give it a like, that helps to just share it with more people, and ultimately it's just there to help you out. But thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Cheers, guys.